My name is Kayla Schwalger. I'm 23 years old and I'm proud to Maitai Samoa, born and raised in West Auckland and the eldest of 5 kids. So I see myself as just a supporter or someone that walks alongside people and pushes them forward. Being young, gifted and brown means being able to be authentic and put yourself out there, because being you is the superpower, and holding on to your culture, doing amazing things with it.
Our ancestors navigated the moana from Samoa, Tonga, Kukiairani, Hawaii, Aotearoa.
Growing up, one of my fondest memories was that my grandparents, both sets, I always have fond memories of just their teachings and their learnings around me, and just having a big close-knit circle and family. I was surrounded by my village. Being a third-generation migrant here in Aotearoa, my grandparents are the ones who migrated here. Then my parents had to kind of figure out their footing. Here we were always quite involved with our culture, but I did have that feeling, because we're based here in Aotearoa, I had that feeling of disconnection to my culture, just because at home I'm a Samoan, and then out in school and everything, we're involved in the Kiwi culture and everything like that. So it kind of felt hard to find myself and where I stood. When I was 14, we actually moved over to Samoa, so we kind of grew up in Samoa as well, which was a hard transition at that age, at 14, but it made me really appreciate my culture and made me appreciate what we have here in Aotearoa as well. I feel like my grandparents migrated here, and they were kind of told our cultures aren't really important in the Western world to succeed, and then our parents were living that ideology as well. And then it's come to our generation, and we're so why should we do that? We're very, very open to understanding why the world is the way that it is, and how we can change that narrative that has been pushed upon us. I just really want to honor them as well. It's taken those sacrifices for us to come here and really have space to think about why our culture is important and why we should be living it. I recently graduated with my master's in December last year, and I based it on, my thesis was navigating mental health in the digital age for young Samoans and their communities. We started Tapasā in 2022, Tapasā Navigating the Future, and it was with me and my mum, so we co-founded it together. We wanted to create a space where we could uplift well-being through culture and, connect our young people, not just our young people, but all generations, to places where they could learn. When we first started, we were actually meant to be a digital space where you could click in and learn more about your village. We eventually found out, what's needed is more community-driven ideas and community connections. No one knows our struggle like we do ourselves. No one knows what we need more than the people who are living it right now. Having By Pasifika for Pasifika organizations is just so important, because they know what you need and they will go out and do it in a way that respects the wā and is done through talanoa and things like that. Working with young people is really fun. It's actually really nerve-wracking as well. It's really cool to see our young people thrive. I think a lot of people forget that youth are capable, they're really smart. They actually have a lot more answers than some people might have, because they're actually living it, There's not enough spaces for our youth to safely talk about mental health. If there's one thing that's missing from the mental health space in Pacific communities, it's spaces where they can safely talk about the issues and they know that it's not going to go everywhere, I think that there's so much power in using your culture, using something that hundreds and hundreds of ancestors have brought to you. You're here because of them. There's power in finding strength in that and drawing from that. My why is just the people that have contributed to my life. My grandparents, my parents, my siblings, the people in my community, my friends. So just knowing that there's been sacrifices that have been made by my village for me to be here today is really why I do the things that I do, and try to do my small part in making a better future for our future generations.